My Worst Enemy and My Own Worst Enemy are two very raw songs about self-destruction. One comes from the New York born and raised rap artist Nas, and the other from the California-based punk rock band Lit. Both are IFC, inappropriate for Christians. Both are about their recognition of themselves as their own worst enemy. Both indicate the death of hope in a hopeless world. They indicate the death of hope for two reasons. First, because they represent two vast sections of American culture. Second, because they illustrate the emptiness that permeates all of modern American culture, not just the parts each artist represents. Recognizing oneself as one's enemy is a start, but doesn't go far enough if all we do is wallow in our own perverse pride. Because in reality, we're not our worst enemy. There is someone who is far worse, God. Now be patient and let me explain by turning to Psalm 28 and listening to David, perhaps the most prominent artist of all time, on today's Saturdays in the Psalms edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Beginning in Psalm 23, David works through a series of thoughts about his approach to God. Having confessed his own sin and thrown himself on God's mercy in Psalm 25, and expressed his determination to wait for the Lord in Psalm 27, David suddenly asked, what if God doesn't listen? Psalm 28 is a plea for God to listen and to deliver David from his wrath. Verses 1 through 3 express David's desire for God to hear him and not treat him like the wicked. He didn't want to go down into the pit of death along with those who work iniquity and hide evil in their heart. He didn't want justice, he wanted mercy. He deserved wrath, but asked God for grace. To you, O Lord, I call. My rock, do not be deaf to me. For if you are silent to me, I will become like those who go down to the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry to you for help, when I lift up my hands toward your holy sanctuary. Do not drag me away with the wicked and those who work iniquity, who speak peace with their neighbors while evil is in their hearts. Psalm 28, verses 1 through 3. All good preaching, and I've heard a lot in my 62 years, calls on people to repent and obey God through faith in Him in reliance on His grace. Over and over, preachers and teachers have begged people to turn to God in obedient faith in order to be rescued from His wrath. They know God's wrath is what we all deserve and didn't want anyone to be dragged away with the wicked. They, like David, knew an angry God is our worst enemy. The question for you and me is simple. Do we believe it? If so, we'll do whatever He asks to avoid His wrath. Thank you for watching the Saturdays in the Psalms edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.